Good morning, team. I'm tired this morning, but it's lovely to see you. It is Monday, the 16th of February, 2026. I'm on my way to work. If you're new here, this is a commute. My name's Michael. I'm a school teacher. This is my drive to and from work. We spend 20 minutes having a chat. It's like a podcast, but in the car. If you enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like. It helps out immensely, and you'll know when I next upload. So, Valentine's been and gone. As we last spoke, I was on my way to the florist. I bought a beautiful, it wasn't a bouquet, it was in a box. I bought this beautiful flower selection from Blooms on Cameron. Georgia loved them. I loved them too, they're really pretty flowers. And yeah, we went to Osteria, which is a nice Italian in the Mount. It's where we had our first date back in 2023. When did I start work? Yeah. Or maybe it was 2020. No, it must have been 2023, because we've been together nearly 3 years. Yeah. Any road. It's where we had our first date. And it's a really, really lovely Italian. So we got their ravioli. We always get their ravioli. They do a seasonal filling every time. Well, every season. So it was spinach and ricotta on Saturday. And we got their prosciutto pizza. As always, we're creatures of habit. We always get the best thing on the menu, in our opinion. And then we got a side of veggies, some seasonal vegetables, and I got a tiramisu. I think they do a fantastic tiramisu. And Georgia got affogato with, as I said, a shot of espresso. And she got Bailey's as her liquor of choice. And yeah, I had a latte. It was lovely. The Mount was heaving with people though, holy moly. I didn't know if we were going to get a park. We drove around for about 5-10 minutes trying to find a car park. That's my water bottle. So yeah, everyone was out. I'm glad I booked, because as I said, we were sitting by the window side, by the street side, and we saw quite a few couples walking back and forth, trying to find somewhere open. So, go me for being organised. And then, on Saturday, of all days to sign up to a gym, Georgia and I decided to sign up on Valentine's Day. Georgia and I have joined a gym, which is big for me. Georgia was already going to a gym. I've never been a member of a gym before. I've actually, historically, I've always been quite against gyms because I'd rather work out outside in nature, in fresh air, but I'm not doing that. So I've got to get my fitness in somehow. And yeah, long story short, I've signed up for a gym. And I really enjoyed myself. We did cardio yesterday. So I did 10 minutes on the bike, 10 minutes on the treadmill, 10 minutes on the steps, 10 minutes on the rower, and then 10 minutes, it's like a walking machine and it's got handles that you hold on to. I can never remember the name. We did 10 minutes on one of those. So 50 minutes all in all, and even though I'm quite slim and young, I'm very, very unfit, which a lot of people don't realise. So for me to work out for 50 minutes non-stop was pretty good. And the best part of the gym is they've got massage chairs. So afterwards I was able to go and have a massage. And yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I tried listening to an audiobook. I thought, if I'm going to be spending an hour a night at the gym, I need to get my books in. Because as I said, that was another thing with the gym, is it's another thing in life to balance. And usually it means something goes out the window. So I downloaded The Count of Monte Cristo, because I've been meaning to read that for ages and ages and ages. I should have bought it when I was in the UK, but it's oddly a weird book to track down in New Zealand, at least the translation that I'm after. So I've downloaded an audiobook version of it, which hopefully will be okay. I found it very difficult to exercise and listen to my audiobook, probably because I was struggling fitness-wise, that I completely zoned out of my book. So I'll give it a go again. I ended up listening to music. It was a lot easier to listen to music and work out than listen to a book and work out. Gosh, what did I go through? I listened to a bit of my like nostalgic 2000s pop that I grew up with. I put on maybe half of Slipknot's debut album. Can't remember what it's called, but it's the self-titled Slipknot album. And then yeah, last song I listened to was, I can't pronounce it either, Gematria, The Killing Name, which is on All Hope Is Gone. I think it's one of Slipknot's very best songs, one of my favourites. And yeah, that got me going, to say the least. And yeah, we came home and I did my schoolwork. I had some planning to do before I came to school the next morning. Georgia made a cannelloni, so we had some leftover mince in the fridge because I made like Greek style feta and mint meatballs the other night, and I saved 250 grams of the mince so we could use it for something else. As I said, we normally don't put mince in our cannelloni. It's normally just spinach and cream cheese. Cream cheese, yeah. But as I said, we had leftover mince, so we threw that in, and it was really, really nice. And Georgia made a really nice tomatoey sauce from scratch, which was nice because normally we just use a tomato sauce from a tin. So yeah, it was lovely. Probably the best cannelloni we've had, actually. And yeah, full steam ahead at work this week. It's going to be a crazy week. I need to wake up. I need to go make a coffee. We are starting our literacy groups today. If you don't follow along with these videos regularly, you don't know me, I teach new entrants. So I teach the kids that have just started school. And as I said, this is their 3rd week of school. So we've done all of our nice Whanonga activities, getting to know each other, settling them in. And we're starting our formal learning today, which will be interesting because we have such a wealth of teachers in new entrants. We have 7 new entrant teachers at the start of the year. That's how quickly the area is growing. That's how many new entrant teachers we need. We're able to cross group. So kind of like you would in high school, you go to different teachers for different things. Our literacy's cross grouped. So I've got a lot of kids coming from other classes, which will be interesting. It's the first time they're doing it today. So we're going to take it slow. What else? We're starting maths this week as well. Raymond and I have quite a small class to start the year off with. We've got 17. So we're actually co-teaching maths for the first term, which is really nice. Actually being able to afford that luxury of having 2 teachers teach a lesson. So one of us is going to rove and support whilst the other teachers. So Raymond's Monday, Wednesday lessons, Tuesday, Thursday lessons. And then as I said, we just alternate. So yeah, learning through play. It's Chinese New Year this week. So for learning through play, I'm going to make lanterns with the kids. Thought that would be fun. I know one of the other teachers suggested making a paper plate dragon. So all the kids decorate a paper plate and you join them and make a big long dragon. Anything else school-wise? I don't think so. we do have our Mihi Whakato, which is where we welcome new students and new families to the school. That's at 9 this morning, so yeah. And then a meeting on Tuesday. Don't know if I can remember anything else. And yeah, we've got our visitors starting as well this week. So all the kids that are still at kindy that are about to turn 5 start their visits before they come to school. They do 5, and they're starting this week. I'm almost 100 pages into the Night Angel trilogy. I said in one of my videos last week, I've started reading Night Angel. I got this big, ginormous 1,000-page paperback of Brent Weeks' 3 books from Night Angel. So yeah, I can't remember the individual book names, but I'm roughly 100 pages into the first book. Yeah, Azoth/Kyla is about to make amends and friends with, what's his name? The Duke of Gaia. Whatever the boy's called, I can't remember his actual name. I can remember his advisor's name, Solon. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. Haven't really watched anything this weekend. We've been a bit busy, in truth. I'm in a state of needing to declutter. I have far too many things, but I'm working through it in a manageable way. So I'm just doing one small area a day, even if it's just one drawer a day. Keep, sell, donate. Keep, sell, donate. And I'm being a little bit ruthless with it. Because as I said, Georgia and I are in a wee 2-bedroom, and we do not have space for all of the things we have. It's a privilege to be in that position, but long story short, we've got to get rid of some stuff. So yeah, as I said, I'm being a bit, I'm going to go this way because it's such a big queue. Scrupulous isn't the right word. What word am I looking for? Anyways, yeah, anyways, I'm throwing quite a bit out, selling quite a bit. Like for example, I've got a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo Switch Lite, and a Switch 2. I don't need 3 of them. So I'm selling the Switch Lite. It's a Dialga and Palkia Switch Lite. I've just put it up on Marketplace, and I'm not sure if I'll go through my retro games. I've got quite a big retro game collection. In high school, that was my passion, retro games. I actually did it as a side hustle. I'd buy big giant bundles of games and then sell them off and keep what I wanted. And it meant that I amassed quite a collection. And I've just listed my GameCube to get feelers, see if anyone is interested, on Facebook Marketplace, but I've put quite a high price because I don't really want to sell it. But as I said, if someone bites at that price, then so be it. But yeah, I'm just trying to let things go, because things don't matter. You enter the world with nothing and leave with nothing. Things can make your life easier, but yeah, there's no point in holding on to things, especially if they cause clutter in your house. But yeah, week ahead. Are you going all the way around? You are. Got drama tonight, 6:30. Georgia's on afternoon shifts. So yeah, drama Monday. Might go to quiz on Wednesday. I missed the last one because I was sick. That's about it. Oh no, this weekend we're going to see Rocky Horror. We're going to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show with Wayne and Kate. That'll be fantastic. So yeah, Georgia and I have booked quite a few things, so we've got stuff to look forward to in the calendar. So we're going to Avalanche City, which is a New Zealand band. We booked tickets to the Supermarket Sisterhood, which is one of Devon's shows at Detour, and a couple of my friends are in that. Finally booked our tickets to Come From Away, which is Tauranga Musical Theatre's next big show, which I've got massive FOMO over. I should have auditioned. It looks like so much fun and it's a brilliant soundtrack. What else did we book tickets for? We booked tickets for probably, yeah, 3 or 4 things. Georgia would also like to go to Heather's, that's coming to Auckland. And Menopause, the musicals, coming to Auckland. And we also need to book our tickets to an unseasonable fall of snow, which one of my friends is in as well. And Tick Tick Boom. There's a lot of good theatre on at the moment in the Bay of Plenty. Like, a lot. I think Rotorua's doing a show that I want to see as well. Can't remember what they're doing. I think they're doing Sweeney Todd this year. Anyways, it's a fantastic year to be involved in theatre. I'm hoping that audition information will come out soon for Wicked. I'd love to be in Wicked, but I've got to temper my hopes because I know that everyone in the Bay of Plenty will want to be in Wicked, and I think it's going to be a very hard audition. But I'll do my best. And then if not, I'd quite like to be in Twisted, which is a Star Kid musical. And it's like a really naughty adult version of Aladdin told from Jafar's perspective. So yeah, any road. I'm pretty much at school. It was lovely to have you along for my commute this morning. I do hope this doesn't get copyrighted. I had music on in the background, but we'll see if it does or if it doesn't. I hope it was quiet enough that the GoPro can pick it up. Anyways, have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening, and I will see you when I see you. Love to you and your family. Ka kite.